Check the description for the following discount codes. This is the first time I've spoken about the problems that Fanatec have had since around sort of the Black Friday period of last year. And the reason for that is because I've had no direct experience with any of the issues that buyers have been reporting. I haven't tried to buy anything from Fanatec and hence can't report back on shipping delays, shipping times, half orders turning up one day and other parts of the order not turning up for months. You know, all these things that people have been complaining about. Without actually experiencing them firsthand, it isn't right for me to sort of come on here and say, oh yeah, this is happening. I'm hearing all these stories. I mean, they're not stories, so it's not in inverted commas. But do you know what I mean? If I haven't experienced it firsthand, I can't accurately tell other people about it. I mentioned something in a video once before that I'd been told by another sim racing YouTuber, and a lot of people moaned at me in the comments saying, Carl, you haven't experienced it, so it isn't fair for you to comment based on what someone else has told you. And so the same applies here. If I haven't actually experienced any problems with receiving orders from Fanatec, then it isn't fair for me to sort of spread the word about it. And during this period that this has been going on, because it has been going on, as we all know, I've tried to contact Fanatec because obviously I do review their hardware as and when it becomes available, when they release new things. I've not had any contact from them, and I've not had any products sent over for review. None of the new direct drive wheelbases, not the QR2, you know, nothing. So I was kind of it was just cold as far as I could tell. And again, without having any direct word from them about what's happening, I couldn't tell you guys anything because I didn't know anything. So this all changed last week when I got an email inviting me to a meeting earlier this week, where they were going to just fill in, you know, the sort of YouTube sim racing community on the state of play with business and orders from last year, not back orders, well, they are back orders, I suppose, and current shipping times and what have you. Now, this meeting happened on Monday. We were able to do like a question and answer at the end of the meeting as well. So it was really quite interesting to participate in and unexpected. But what I'm going to do now is just relay the information I was given from Fanatec's Chief Marketing Officer, their CMO, Belma, to you guys. So this isn't my opinion or experience. This is just word from the horse's mouth, so to speak. Now, bear in mind that horse is the Chief Marketing Officer, whose job it is to promote their company, to sell their products, and to essentially give me and everyone else that attended the meeting a positive outlook for the future and giving us confidence to then come to our community and say, yeah, it's all good with Fanatec, by all means, carry on buying their products. That's the purpose of the meeting from their point of view. So just bear that in mind. They were never going to tell me anything that would do them any direct detriment. You know, that would make no sense at all, would it? Like I say, it was the CMO that chaired the meeting, and their purpose is to sell their company, their products. So everything I tell you is simply what I was told from the CMO. So just, you know, bear that in mind. In case you're not familiar with what happened over the last few months, I'll do a very concise description. Black Friday period arrived, and there was some sort of, again, this is what Fanatec have told us, there was some sort of error in their stock system whereby thousands upon thousands of orders and units were sold, or orders taken for stock that had already sold out. So the orders were coming in on the web shop, the warehouse were then going, we haven't got these products, what's going on? And this happened, you know, Black Friday is crazy for sales. This happened in the thousands. That then resulted in thousands of customers saying, where's my products? Thousands of emails coming in, thousands of emails having to go out from Fanatec to these customers saying, we're really sorry, we don't have the stock, there was a problem. Fanatec weren't prepared for that volume of customer service. No normal business is. They had, you know, way more emails coming in than what they would normally do, because there was way more sales with problems. You know, you might perhaps get one or two issues, I don't know, a day, a week. I'm not really sure on the scale of their business because they are big. But to have thousands upon thousands obviously is unprecedented. And I can understand where they would struggle to be able to get back to everybody in a reasonable time period. You know, can you imagine waking up on Monday morning, going to work and finding your email box with, like, I don't know, 5,000 emails in from sales that have happened over the weekend, like that now can't go out or something like that? I can imagine it would have been pretty horrendous. But this is what they basically said happened. So they then gave customers an option, very slowly as they worked their way through these emails, to either cancel the order, be refunded, and be given basically a 20% discount on a future order, reasonable, or to wait until March, which is how long it would take for the additional products to be produced, delivered to them, and then shipped out to the customers. So according to Fanatec, some people took the refunds and the 20% voucher, so to speak, and other people said, no, it's fine, I'll wait for my products. Now, this brings us up to where we now, April, or just beginning of May, 3rd of May today. And what they tell us is all the orders from last year, bar a handful, and that was the exact phrase the CMO used, bar a handful, have all now been fulfilled. So all of you out there should, according to them, have received everything you ordered and said you were happy to wait for from Black Friday and the weeks following that, bar a few, a handful. And she said the reason for that is there's some people saying they placed orders, but they can't find those orders on their system. So I don't know, how they're going to resolve that. That's for them to sort out. But that's exactly what I was told. So I'm just passing that information on to you. Obviously, if you're someone that placed an order with Fanatec and you haven't yet received it, by all means, share your experience in the comments here. Because like I said a little while ago, this presentation was done by the Chief Marketing Officer, so it's going to be designed to put a positive slant on it to promote themselves and their products. That's her job. So by all means, if your experience different, you put it in the comments. But according to them, everyone from last year should be sorted out, bar a handful of people. Now, what they're saying going forward is, the company's fine, there's nothing to worry about, we've shifted some staff around, people have been replaced, we've moved warehouses, we've moved offices over this period. That's what caused some of the problems with stock and orders. That's all settled down now, everything's okay, the company's not at risk. We've still got our F1 partnership, for 2024. They kind of use that to give us all some confidence. It's like if F1 are confident in Fanatec as a business enough to partner with them, then we should take confidence and be able to buy their products knowing that they're not going to disappear. Again, this is what they pitched to us. I'm just telling you, I'm not telling you to believe it, I'm not telling you to not believe it, I'm just passing you the information. It's not my opinion, I'm literally just, pretty much word for word what I was told. So don't, shout at me in the comments if you disagree. This is just for information. And so one thing I will say that is my opinion is that Fanatec are probably the biggest sim racing manufacturer, in the world, because they cover consoles as well as PC. They've been in the game a very long time. They have PlayStation, they have Xbox licenses, and they produce stuff for the PC and stuff that's cross-platform. A lot of high-end sim racing manufacturers don't have console licenses. Acertec's a good example of that. They're working on it, they're trying to get it done, but apparently there's a lot of hoops to jump through. So for all you console users out there, which I dare say is probably a bigger part of the market than PC users, simply because of the sheer volume of consoles sold, having a manufacturer like Fanatec who produce everything from entry-level stuff up to their high-end DD wheelbases is really important. Because if they didn't exist, what would you be stuck with? Thrustmaster and Logitech's handful of offerings? I think it's important for Fanatec to exist from a console point of view. Those of us on PC, we're kind of spoilt for choice, really, because there's so many good manufacturers out there all producing everything from pedals to direct drive wheelbases to shifters to handbrakes. We're spoilt for choice. But console users, there's not a whole lot out there at the moment. So again, this is another reason, this is my opinion here. I don't think they're going to disappear. I don't think anyone should worry about, oh, if I buy a Fanatec direct drive wheelbase, you know, is support going to disappear in the next 12 months to 2 years? Am I not going to be able to buy additional peripherals? I don't think they're going to disappear. They're too big and the demand for their products is too high for that to happen. That is just my opinion. Right, so back to where they say they're at now as far as delivery times go. If we have a little look on the Fanatec website, it's my screen capture is going to start. What they're currently saying is for European orders, the current shipping time is 4 to 7 days. That's what's displayed here on their site. Now, they also said in this meeting that they are trying to best that time. So whilst it says 4 to 7 days, as of, I believe, this coming week, so like, say from Monday, they're going to have distribution networks set up and in place to be able to ship faster than what it says here. This is what they want to try and do, to really try and get people, you know, keep people happy, get people their hardware when they need it. Now, as I say, this is for Europe. Those of us in the UK, which is technically not in Europe anymore, we do have to wait an extra couple of days because technically, you know, they're exporting to a non-EU country. That isn't their fault, of course. That's the UK. We left Europe. That was our own choice. So that's what they're saying. So anyone these days, if you place an order with Fanatec, that is the sort of shipping time you should expect from what they have told me. Again, I haven't done it myself, so I can't guarantee it. I'm just giving you the information. Don't shout at me if it doesn't happen. It's not my fault. Just here to spread the message. Don't shoot the messenger. That's the phrase I want to use for this video. Might even put it in the title. And the thing, the example I have here in front of me here is their Club Sport DD F1 Esports V2 bundle. It's a new bundle. They mentioned this in the meeting, and so I'm just going to feature it here and show you because it's currently £319 off, and whatever, or 319 euros off, and whatever that equates to in pounds and other currencies around the world. So that is a decent deal, and apparently it will ship within 4 to 7 days. Briefly talking about things like PlayStation and Xbox support, we have the Gran Turismo DD Extreme. This kind of spun me out for a minute because I was like, DD Extreme, is this a new wheelbase that I don't know about? And of course it isn't. It's just what they've called the package, because I believe it's just the 15 Newton meter Club Sport DD Plus. Yeah, but again, this is a Gran Turismo PlayStation licensed product, and these are the sort of things that you're going to struggle to get a high-end wheelbase and wheel for if the likes of Fanatec didn't exist, because there aren't really much in the way of other options, certainly not high-end stuff. So plenty of new products. Obviously they've got a new cockpit as well that's come out. Still coming. They said there's lots of stuff still in development. Development's ongoing as usual. Basically, they're saying it's business as usual. You know, there's nothing to worry about. Everything's fine. You know, take a look at what we've got coming out. Take a look at our offers. Look at our good shipping times. We're even going to try and ship them faster. This was kind of the overall theme of the meeting, is that everything's good. We're getting stuff out the door in good time. We've got deals on. We've got stock. You know, everyone's okay. Calm down. Go ahead, carry on buying our products. As I say, that of course is the intention of any marketing, chief marketing officer. So that's what they did. Other things, talking about new products. Myself as a reviewer here on YouTube, I review hardware, Fanatec stuff I've had in for review, lots of over the past couple of years. At the moment, they have placed a hold on sending out products for review. This is one of the questions I asked in the meeting, because I haven't been able to, you know, they announced the DD and DD Plus, like Will at Boosted Media had them. I didn't get any contact, so I was trying to, and the QR2 I haven't had, this new cockpit as well. And so I was like, you know, what's going on with this sort of review samples? Will that be getting back on track at some point? And basically they said at the moment that's on hold, because the reason they gave was something to do with office space or having moved offices. I can't remember exactly what they said now. But it seemed a little It seemed a little vague as to why they weren't sending them out. But they did also say they were going to change the way they do review units. And so whilst you may have previously talked to me, had all of their products come over for review, regardless of whether they were for PC, PlayStation or Xbox, they're going to be looking at now sending review units to more relevant YouTubers. So for example, I don't have a PlayStation or an Xbox. So for things like that Gran Turismo PlayStation, will bundle, I don't have a PlayStation to test it on. So there's no point sending me a PlayStation exclusive product or that has features specific to PlayStation because I can't test them. And that of course makes perfect sense. So we'll be seeing a bit more targeted use of YouTubers. So send it to someone that sim races on a PlayStation and has a YouTube channel. That makes a whole lot more sense. The stuff that's PC compatible and only PC compatible, certainly send that over to me because I am on PC and I don't have any consoles. So I think maybe whilst they're looking through their list of YouTubers and figuring out who's on what platform and who's doing what, that's perhaps why things are on hold. That might be a contributing factor. That's just my speculation. Like I say, they were a bit vague when we asked the question about that. But hopefully, at some point in the future, their new products that are relevant for PC use will be perhaps coming over to me and your other favourite YouTube reviewers also. But for now, there will be no new Fanatec reviews, at least in the immediate future, as far as I can tell. I guess it depends how quickly they get themselves sorted. But yeah, I thought it was worth sharing the information that I was given in that meeting, because there's probably a lot of people out there wondering what's going on with Fanatec and what their plan is and whether there is a future there. I've seen plenty of people in the comments saying Fanatec aren't going to be around much longer, blah, blah, blah. Someone asked me, who else would you recommend? Because they want to buy into an ecosystem, because like Fanatec, they have lots of options as far as hardware goes, many different wheels, pedals, the shift of the handbrake, etc. They didn't have confidence to buy from Fanatec. Who else should I be looking at, Carl? And so I guess, the purpose of this meeting was for Belma, the CMO, to kind of instill confidence back into potential buyers to be able to invest in the brand and know that their ecosystem is still going to be around and still going to receive updates and hardware and accessories. As I say, I am not guaranteeing that's going to happen. I think common sense probably dictates that they're going to still be around because they're needed. The market they fill, especially for console support, wouldn't be filled by someone else immediately in the high end. So I think they're probably going to be just fine. But again, this isn't me guaranteeing it. This isn't Carl Gosling saying to you, click my link, go buy Fanatec products. This is me simply giving you the information I was given in that meeting at the beginning of the week. Pretty much word for word, and then just briefly my opinion on what I think is happening. So hopefully that will be of some use to some people, and if it helps you make a choice about who you're going to invest in for your sim racing hardware, then then it's useful. But as I say, we don't know the future, but we'll just see what happens as time goes on. Anyway, share your experiences in the comments. If you've still got orders outstanding from 2023, that would be particularly interesting to know. And also, if you bought something recently from Fanatec, has it shipped in reasonable time? Europe should be 4 to 7 days faster, really, they were saying. Anyone out there in the UK that's bought anything recently, again, by all means, tell us all in the comments how long it took to arrive. I don't buy products from Fanatec. I don't buy products very often, to be honest. The only things I buy in are things that I don't get sent for review, things from Logitech or Thrustmaster or Playseat, and depending what Fanatec do with their affiliates in the future, it might be that I'm actually buying Fanatec products in for review, because if they are still around and they're a big player, their products do need reviewing, and that's what I'm here to do. But yeah, share your experience in the comments, guys. As always, thank you very much for watching, and take it easy.